Hey! Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to Just Shake or Steer. It's nice to see your smiley faces. It's nice to see that you decide to spend some time with me again. And of course, to check the new episode of the Sunday Cocktail Book Day. Alright, boys and girls, I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a wonderful week. And it's a Sunday, so it's a cocktail book day, of course. And today it's all about whiskey. My favorite spirit, probably. Probably? Yeah, it is. But hey, I couldn't choose any other book, and I will do in the future episodes. But today I wanted to kind of concentrate on one spirit only and to bring something to all of you who likes whiskey, bourbon, Scotch, Ray, Canadian, Irish, whatever. Any type is gonna work. Now this book, even I have books which probably contain 80% of these recipes inside. I bought this book. The reason why is because it's a very simple, very well organized. It's concentrate on the few recipes of whiskey cocktails in 5 different categories. So you have a nice choice what to try for a different occasion. And it's a very small, lovely release. So this is the book. It's called Whiskey, Classic and Contemporary Cocktails. Now the book inside, when you open, you see it's not written by a mixologist or a bartender, but I presume it's had some kind of a influence, or somebody probably look after this and make the selection, because the cocktails in the book, it's very well selected, very good organized in the categories, and it's very easy to follow. The book basically giving you a few chapters. So the first one is a brief history of whiskey and cocktails, so it's just like a overall. So in the first chapter you can see a little bit history of the cocktails, of the whiskey, and then straight away start with the first section, which is a light and floral, so you have some nice choice there of the cocktails. Then you have vibrant and zesty. The third part is intense and sultry, if I'm saying this right, and fourth part it's shares and punches, and the fifth one it's classic. And with the last one before the index, you have tips and techniques for creating the perfect cocktail. Now with these tips and techniques, I like the idea how they just a quick and easy way explain what make good cocktail, choosing the glassware, you have useful equipment and techniques. It's a very nice, straight to the point for anybody who never done cocktail, or you're doing cocktail at home and you want, just to make a nice drink end of the working day or during the weekend. This is a wonderful book. It's cost I think £10 in UK, and it's $14 US dollars, no, 12 US dollars and around 14 Canadian dollars. It's available on Amazon. I'm gonna leave link in the description if you want to pick a copy, because if you like whiskey, I strongly suggest to put on your shelf. You never know. You may take a back going on the holiday and just know what to order in the bar, which you are, because most of these cocktails any bartender in the world should know how to make them. Especially if you go in the classic section, the Godfather, Manhattan, Rusty Nail, Rob Roy, Whiskey Sour, Penicillin, Ricky, Old Fashioned. It's the top classics. So anybody should know how to make this if it's working behind the bar. However, this, as I say, it's a lovely section like with sherrers and punches, so you have floral cocktails or zesty, when it's introducing more like fruits and syrups and modifiers, apart from the classic, which is more kind of on the boozy side, but very well balanced cocktails. So yeah, that's the book today, guys. Enough talking about the book. Let's just, I'll say a few more words, but before I say, today we're gonna start, and I'm actually gonna present to you a cocktail which came out of another very popular cocktail back in the days. I think it was created back in the 1700s. I'm not exactly sure, because the story about the cocktail, it's really vague, like any other cocktail story pretty much. There's a few people which claim they're the creator of the cocktail. There's other few people who claim they start the idea. So it's overall about this cocktail, I can create probably a full episode, which is gonna be at least half an hour just to talk about this cocktail. And this is the Whiskey Highball or the Scotch Highball. Now, one thing is certain, and I think I'm pretty sure about that. The cocktail probably, if not, no, I'm actually sure the cocktail is coming from here, England. Yes, because it should be, for the reason I have a lot of history to tell you about that, but I will not. However, if you're not aware, the soda was created first here. England was the first to start producing bottles which is strong enough to hold carbonated drinks and start making sparkling wines even before France started making sparkling wines and bottling. Schweppes, if you heard of Schweppes, it's one of the oldest which started bottling soda, you know, carbonated drinks, and then slowly make the way to the US and start with the soda streamer and became very popular and so on and so forth. So yeah, at least we know about the soda, okay? So basically the whiskey highball, it's very simple. I mean, anything which is surfing highball, you can call it highball, like a gin and tonic, it's a type of highball, rum and coke, yeah, whiskey and soda. So all these, it's a type of highball with different spirit, but we talk today about whiskey, so we're gonna concentrate on the whiskey highball and a version which I want to present to you, which is the Whiskey Ginger Highball. Now, as I mentioned, it's served in a highball. There's a lot of stories about the highball, when the name came from, you know what I mean. Some people think it's coming from Ireland because of the ball glass, which we're not gonna go here. As I say, it's totally different probably video to do. Some people say it's related to even to the rails in the old steam engines. They had a bow inside which is showing how far is the actual level of the water in the tank. So highball, you know what I mean. So from there, there's a lot of, I mean, let me know in the comments if you want me to put episode and talk just about the highball, about the history, about the different confrontations, who actually think it's created it, about the soda creating, about everything. Let me know and I'm gonna put episode together. It could be very long, but if you ask me, I will do it, okay? So, first I'm gonna chew my glass. Sorry, I definitely need a drink. Now, the reason why I want to chew my glass is because the cocktail is built in the glass, okay? And as I mentioned, the whiskey highball, it's basically the oldest probably description of the whiskey highball. It's ice, soda and float scotch on the top. Simple as that. When with the recipe which I'm doing today, it's a little bit different because it's involved in the years and there is some kind of a variations on the highball, but this one I think it's probably one of the best and one of the most kind of a popular and stick around, and bartenders make it all around the world and people know it and they like it. And this is the Scotch Ginger Highball. Now, in this book you're gonna find out that the measurement it's very easy organized. There's nothing in milliliters or nothing in ounces. What the guys did when they wrote the book, they decide to put one measure which is gonna be for 25 ml if you're in Europe, or 1 ounce if you're in US. Depends what you're using, metric, imperial, depends what you're using. Then they put tablespoon which is 15 ml and they put bar spoon which is 5 ml. That's it. And it's very simple because this way when you go and you see 1 measure, 2 measure, 3 measures or parts, you know exactly what to use, and of course you can amend it. Today we're gonna do the Scotch Ginger, the Ginger Scotch Highball. So the glass is getting nice and chill. Let me just get a quick kind of a stir around, just to help. There you go. Just wanna help it with the cooling down. As I say, it's built in the glass, so it's nice to have a chilled glass from the freezer, fridge, or you can just cool it like that, because once you put the ice and the ingredients, it's gonna melt it very quick and you don't want that. I mean, back in the days, that's how it's been served, but now we know what to do, so let's do it proper. Here we go. So I'm gonna use JB Rare Scotch Whiskey and the book. I'm gonna go through this recipe just with you because I don't need to read it, but just so you know what it's inside. So it says 2 measures of Scotch whiskey. Now, as I say, they decide to be 25 ml or 1 ounce. So I'm gonna go with mils here, milliliters, 25 ml. But when I put the recipe in the description and when it's coming here on the screen, you'll see the equivalent for you to do it in ounces, so it's easier. So yeah, I don't need this. I'll use that. Okay. So 2 measurements. I could easily do a double, but just want to follow the recipe so you see what's happening here. So 2 measurements of a Scotch. Use your favorite Scotch. If you watch my channel, you should know by now. JB, it's probably one of my, if not the favorite one. So we're gonna put the whiskey, and then here is the trick. When the normal kind of a whiskey, Scotch Highball, it's just a whiskey and soda. These have a little bit kind of a introduction of sweet and sour to it. So I need a sugar syrup, and the recipe says 3 teaspoons of sugar syrup, which is 15 ml. So I'm gonna use 15 ml of the sugar syrup. There you go. And we're gonna have to squeeze a fresh lemon juice. So I'm gonna get this, cut it here. That's not very good. My lemon seeds going very quick. Anyway, so lemon juice. We need here 1 measure. 1 measure lemon juice, so 25 ml. So let's see. I'm gonna squeeze 25 ml exactly. Lovely. It's gonna be kind of like, depends on the lemon you have. If it's a so big lemon, you probably could go with a half of the lemon only. But mine is very small, so it'll be just exactly like 1 lemon. There you go. Fantastic. We'll give it a little stir. And now I'm ready to add my ice. Gonna fill it up. Make sure you fill up your glass with ice. There you go. And finally, I need... It's gone on the floor. Perfect. Feel like I'm back in work. Top up with ginger ale. Now the recipe says around 4 measurements, which it's 100 ml or around 4 ounces, but depends on the glass which you're using. It could be more or could be less. But that's all you need to do. Just top it up with ginger ale. And finally, get a fresh ginger roots. That's gonna be your garnish. Now, before you put the garnish, give it like a gentle mix. You don't need to stir, just mix it a little bit gentle. I'm gonna cut 1 big slice of ginger. Lovely. I'm gonna put 1 on the side, and I want to introduce some ginger inside in the drink. So I'm gonna drop 1 piece inside. And of course, a straw. So, for this one, I will use a glass straw by Surfside Sip. If you never heard of them, I may leave a link in the description. So, it's a handmade lovely straws. And there you go, guys. There you have the Scotch Ginger Highball. Perfect. It's just, I mean, I don't know. For everybody who say a whiskey cocktail, there's not a thing, you need to drink whiskey just like it is, well, think again and make one of these. And yeah, and go and get this book. Okay, so this is it, 130 pages. I didn't count exactly how many cocktails there are. Pretty much of every category you have around, I think, 10 cocktails. So 5 category, at least 50 cocktails inside to try with a whiskey. More than enough. And yeah, enjoy. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching the Sunday cocktail book day. If you're new to the channel, again, thank you for staying until now. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, share, comment, and as always, stay safe, do whatever you like to do, enjoy yourself, but remember, I'm here every Thursday and Sunday. So I'll see you on Thursday with another video. Until then, I love you and I leave you. Bye bye.